AI art is exploding right now. And if you have ever wondered how to create stunning AI images with Midjourney and even turn them into 3D models you can move, spin, and explore, then this tutorial is definitely for you. Today's sponsor is Meshy, but we'll get to that later. So today, I'll walk you through exactly how to use Midjourney to generate unique, eye-catching art and then show you a super simple way to transform those images into interactive 3D models with zero modeling experience. And yes, you can follow along even if you have never ever touched an AI tool before. So, what is Midjourney and why is everyone losing their minds over it? Midjourney is one of the most popular AI art generators out there, but heads up, it works a little differently from the usual tools you've seen. It's not your typical mobile app, it runs on a web based platform, and you can also use it through their official Discord server. You just type in your prompt, hit enter, and it creates your image in seconds. But here's what makes Midjourney really special: it doesn't aim for realism, it focuses on stylized, cinematic, and highly artistic visuals. That's why so many people use it for concept art, posters, and game designs. And the best part, you don't need to be a designer. Midjourney makes it insanely easy to turn a few words into eye catching art, no experience required. But before you start generating, though, you'll need to sign up and choose a plan. It's a subscription based service that runs on credits. But once you're in, it's like unlocking a secret visual playground where your imagination runs wild. From fantasy cities floating in space to dark, moody portraits that feel like they belong in an indie film, Midjourney can do it all, and you'll be surprised how addictive it gets once you start experimenting. So if you've ever looked at AI generated art and thought, whoa, I wish I could make something like that. So guess what? Now you can. So I'm going to show you how you can start creating with it. Here's how to sign up and get your first images with Midjourney. So there are two ways by which you can get access to Midjourney. One is Discord and the other is its web interface itself. So first, let me show you how you can enjoy using Midjourney using Discord. So you'll need a Discord account to use prompt-based Midjourney. So what you gotta do is head over to Discord and sign into your account. And next, you gotta join the official Midjourney server. There's an invite link you can grab directly from Midjourney's website. Click it, accept the invite, and boom, you're in. You'll see dedicated channels to start crafting your prompts. So you can simply hop on the server, type your prompt into this chat box, and Midjourney starts generating your images right there in real time. And the other way is logging in with your Google account. So you need a Google account to join Midjourney. So simply sign in using your Google account and you're good to go. Also, a quick update: as of July 2025, those old free trials are gone. To start generating, you'll need one of their paid subscriptions. So it offers four plans: basic plan, standard plan, pro plan, and mega plan. The basic plan is $10 per month with limited generations of 200 images per month and some of the features over here. And then we have standard plan for $30 per month, pro plan is $60 per month, and mega plan is $120 per month. So this is basically the monthly billing. If you opt yearly billing, then you'll get a bit of discount. So that was just the pricing. Now let me tell you about the GPU. So the basic plan is great for casual users. Standard plan includes more fast time plus some relaxed GPU time. It is ideal for creators looking for a balance. The Pro plan has the highest allocation of fast and relaxed GPU time. It is perfect for heavy users or professionals. So, fast time means your jobs run immediately, while relaxed time is slower but doesn't count against your monthly fast quota. It is great for bigger jobs when you're not in a hurry. And that's it. Once you've picked a plan, you're officially set to start creating. Alright, now let's check out one of Midjourney's coolest features, the Explore page. This is where you can scroll through trending artwork made by other users, and some of the results absolutely insane. From cinematic landscapes to fantasy portraits, it's a goldmine of inspiration. But here's where it gets really useful. When you see an image you like, simply click on it, and over here at the right side, you'll be able to see the prompt. So you can either copy the prompt directly and tweak it to your own style, or click on the prompt shown at the bottom of the page, which opens up the prompt editor where you can remix it. So let's take this prompt as an example. You can see this is the original prompt, that is handsome male warrior angel with white wings appears fantasy. Now let's say you want to add a twist. So let us add wearing a golden crown at the end of the prompt. Now it becomes handsome male warrior angel with white wings appears fantasy wearing a golden crown. Now it's your version, your imagination, and your result. That's what makes the Explore page so powerful. You're not just browsing random images, you're grabbing real prompts, tweaking them, and building off what others have already created. It's basically the shortcut to leveling up your prompt game without starting from scratch every single time. So that was how you can remix someone else's prompts. But now I'm going to show you how we can generate your own image from scratch. So you're going to head over to the left panel and you're going to click on create over here. Once you do so, you'll be redirected to this section. And over here at the top, you'll be able to see this that would say, what will you imagine? So what you got to do is simply click on it and make sure it's on add images. And here you're going to type in your prompt. Let's say we're going to type in a futuristic cyberpunk city skyline at sunset, ultra detailed cinematic. So, but before you hit send, you got to click on settings over here, and then you got to customize your image. You can simply select the image size, whether you want it to be portrait, you want it to be square, or landscape. Let's make it landscape. And then you got to select your mode. So mode is basically the raw mode replaces the default aesthetic of some mid-journey model versions. Using it can help you create more photorealistic image cinematic scenes or cuter characters. So whether you want a realistic image or totally animated one, that will depend on you. And then you got to select the version. Right now the latest one is 7, so let's select 7, and after that you got to select the stylization. So stylization is basically how much Midjourney is going to contribute into that image. And then weirdness is basically how quirky you want the image to be. And variety will just kind of create the image different from the prompt so that Midjourney can just add in its own tweaks. So we're going to make stylization till somewhere like 200, and let's make weirdness 100, and let's make stylization till 300, and let's variety be 0, and then you're going to select speed, what kind of speed you want. Once done, you can simply hit over, click on send, and simply wait for results. So Midjourney will generate 4 results for you, among which you'll have to choose. So here it has generated 4 results. You can simply click on it and check each one of these. So this is a bit of 2D animated, and then we have this one. It has a lot of details. You can see the complete city. And then we have this one. This is a bit of sea kind of. And then we have this one. It's also really cool. So you can simply select these, and if you wish to edit them further, you can do that over here. Let's say if you want to download this one, so you're going to simply click on it, and always before downloading, you're going to upscale the image. It will make the quality more better. So let's click on settle, upscale, and then let's download it. Now, once you do so, the download process will begin. And now you can see this is the image that is downloaded. So now you can enjoy sharing it with your friends or printing them. The quality won't drop. But before sharing the image, keep one thing in mind, that keep the images be in HD quality so the pixels don't drop. So this was the image that we previously created. Now let's say you want to create a motion art out of this, like a kind of short video. So we're going to click on this one, that is animate image. So you can animate it manually, like you can simply select the points that you wish to animate and what aspect of the picture that you wish to animate. But here, the best feature of Midjourney is that it will auto animate it for you. To do that, you can simply click on auto, and here you have 2 options, either low motion or high motion. So let's click on low motion. You can do it according to your own scenario, that what type of video you want. So it's going to generate the video for you. Just wait for it to complete rendering. So now let's head over and play this one. So you can see that there are some boats that are moving, and the clouds are also moving in the sky. Let's head over and see the other result. So it's a kind of zoom in effect, like a kind of scenery. The boats are all still, but the camera is moving over here. So it's great for movie kind of stuff. And the next one is this, like you can see the skyscrapers have lights that are reaching to the top of them. And then the fourth result, you can see the same zoom in effect, but it has some jets flying over, like you can see over here. So you can simply download the one that you really like. So I think I like this one, or maybe let's download this one because it gives a kind of movie vibes with, jets flying here and there. Before exporting, you can simply edit it further by over here if you want to do that, or if you wish to extend this video further, you'll have option for that too. Once you're satisfied, simply head over, click on download, and the download process will begin. Once done, you can simply click on it and just play the video over here, and you can enjoy sharing it to whoever you want, or simply put it in your website or wherever you want to. Okay, now let's level up your images by diving into art styles because Midjourney isn't just about what you prompt. It's also about how you style it. You can completely change the look and mood of your image just by adding a few simple words. Here's how to do it. You can simply type in any prompt you want, followed by in the style of the name of artist or genre. Let's say a warrior queen in the style of Studio Ghibli, and just render it, and now you can see that the generated results resemble the Studio Ghibli style, each one of the images, and you can simply select the one that you want. Or alternatively, you can also go with art movements and aesthetics. You can use terms like Baroque for classical drama and elegance and see the results for them. They match typically the Baroque style, and you can also type in any other kind of art movement such as Cyberpunk for neon drenched tech dystopia, or let's type in Vaporwave for retro surreal nostalgia. So you can see the art movements and how it literally adapts to that style and create images based on your thinking, but within that art movement. So now let's do a quick comparison. So start with the same base prompt, a mysterious forest at night. And now let's create three variants. One would be in the style of Van Gogh. So simply type in the style of Van Gogh, and now you can see a mysterious forest at night in the style of Van Gogh. You get swirly painted textures, literally mimicking the style of Van Gogh. These are so good, you can simply upscale them, edit them the way you want, and download them. Now let's compare this with Cyberpunk. So, a mysterious forest at night and add Cyberpunk. And you can see neon lights, boom, and high tech mystery. And finally, let's add Vaporwave, a mysterious forest at night Vaporwave. Now it's pastel, trippy, and weird in the best way. So now you can compare the art movements to each other, and you can literally make your imagination come into life using these art movements. And keep one thing in mind that you gotta stack styles to get something unique. For example, the minimalistic Japanese ink gives you very different results from just minimalistic image. So try unexpected combos, that's where the real magic begins. Just type in what you think in mind and don't be afraid to experiment. Style is where Midjourney really comes to life. Now, while tools like Midjourney are perfect for generating stunning cinematic visuals and high quality AI images, there is one thing it can't do. Let's say you're not just trying to create art, you want to generate a product image and actually view it from every angle, rotate it, inspect it, and maybe even use it in a 3D project or animation. So, well, here's the truth. Midjourney can't do that. It's not made for 3D. You can't just grab a Midjourney image and drop it into a game engine or 3D software. It's beautiful, yes, but it's flat. That's where this next tool comes in. So let me introduce you to today's sponsor, Meshy AI, the perfect bridge between 2D image generation and full-blown 3D modeling. And the best part is you don't need any modeling experience at all. Meshy lets you turn your static ideas into interactive, rotatable, and fully usable 3D models in just a few clicks. So if you have ever wished your AI generated images could jump off the screen and come to life in 3D, Meshy's got you covered. Meshi is an AI 3D modeling tool that lets you transform your text and images, whether they're AI generated artworks, sketches, or concepts, into full 3D models in just a few clicks. It works entirely online with no special software needed. You simply enter your prompt or upload your image, hit generate, and Meshi's AI take care of the heavy lifting, automatically creating a detailed 3D model based on your input. What's really impressive is how intuitive it is. You don't need to know anything about 3D modeling or design. Meshy handles everything necessary to create 3D objects and gives you a model you can immediately rotate, zoom, and inspect right inside your browser. For example, I uploaded this image I made in Sora, a futuristic toy robot, something I definitely wished I had as a kid. And within seconds, Meshi created a fully textured 3D model based on that image. Not only you can view it in Meshi's built-in viewer, but you can also download it in popular formats like OBJ or GLB, which means it can be used in game engines, 3D projects, or even send it off for 3D printing. This really opens up possibilities for creators, especially if you're an indie game developer who need quick concept models, a digital artist who wants to expand from 2D to 3D, a creator who uses AI art tools like Midjourney but want to take it further, and even hobbyists who want to experiment with 3D printing or animation. And as for pricing, Meshi offers different subscription plans depending on your usage, starting from a basic plan with limited credits up to pro plans for regular creators. You can even try it for free with limited access just to see how it works before committing. So, if you want to take your AI generated images a step further and actually bring them into the 3D world, then Meshi is the easiest way to do it. You can sign up from the link below and get 100 free credits. Big thanks again to Meshi for sponsoring this video and for giving creators a tool that makes turning imagination into reality easier than ever. Alright, let's quickly recap what you have learned. You now know how to sign up for Midjourney, how to generate stunning AI art with custom prompts, how to experiment with different art styles to make your creations stand out, and most importantly, how to bring those 2D ideas into 3D using today's sponsor, Meshy AI. So now it's your turn. Go wild with it. Try out different styles from Baroque to Cyberpunk to Vaporwave and see what kind of magic you can create. And if you've been dreaming of seeing your designs in 3D, don't sleep on Meshy. I'd love to know what's your favorite art style or AI creation so far. Drop it in the comments. Let's talk. And hey, if you enjoyed this tutorial, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into AI tools, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you want to support the channel, check out Meshi using the link down in the description. It really helps a lot and lets us keep bringing you more creative content.